Hey everybody, in this video for my Soldiers of Stargrave series, I'll be discussing the Sentry. Hey everybody, I'm Alan with Bricks and Blocks Gaming, tabletop gaming with bricks and blocks and helping to build your gameplay experience. In the game of Stargrave, I look at sentries as soldiers trained more as brawlers or bodyguards than someone with actual military training. In this video, I'll be discussing sentries' stats and equipment, their job in your crew, some tips and strategies for using them, and give my personal opinion about them. So let's get to the bricks and blocks of sentries in Stargrave. For their stats, they have a move of 5, a fight plus 3, shoot plus 2, armor of 11, will plus 0, and 14 health. They wear heavy armor, which is already figured into their stats, carry their choice of a carbine or a shotgun, and are the only standard soldiers in the core book that carries a hand weapon instead of a knife. Hiring a sentry will cost you 50 credits. And being standard soldiers, you can fill as many of your 8 soldier slots with sentries as you want. Although combat in Stargrave focuses primarily on shooting and various ranged attacks, melee combat often ensues. And I think the closest thing the game has to a dedicated close combat fighter is the sentry. With a fight plus 3, a hand weapon, 11 armor, and 14 health, only the commando is equally equipped for close combat, and only the armored trooper is better. And while I wouldn't say they're great at hand-to-hand fighting, with a move of 5, shoot plus 2, and a will of plus 0, there's not much else they really excel at. So that's why I think of them as dedicated for this task. As such, if you have some sort of weird alien miniature you want to use that looks like it would be focused on physical combat, or a sci-fi barbarian, or just a regular barbarian, these would be great figures to represent sentries, even if the models aren't carrying guns. Sentries have the option of equipping either a carbine or a shotgun, but even if your battlefield contains good vantage points for long-distance line of sight, I would still recommend equipping them with a shotgun. That's because if you're using these guys primarily to shoot long distance, or really shoot at all, you probably should have hired a trooper, which has a better shoot value instead. So, giving these soldiers a shotgun to deal extra damage at close range is a good idea, because they'll likely be up close to the action anyway. Of all the soldiers in the Stargrave core book, sentries are my favorite to declare as robots. Since I consider these to be the go-to melee soldiers, they're almost certain to take some damage in every single battle. Making them a robot means they'll never be wounded, which means they'll be able to fight with their full plus 3 fight until they finally hit 0 health. Also, since their rewire robot power can increase fight but not shoot, I think they're one of the best targets for that power, and having plus 4 total fight is pretty impressive. My opinion about these soldiers is kind of mixed. Ranged combat is usually safer than melee, though having a sentry that can act as a wall or as an assassin against loot unlockers or carriers can be useful. At the start of a campaign, I think you can justify hiring more than one of these soldiers. But later in a campaign, unless you plan to rewire them, I would recommend limiting yourself to just one of these guys. And having one of them is justifiable since they don't take up a precious specialized soldier slot. If you're enjoying this content, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss an episode. And be sure to let me and the community know in the comments below your thoughts about sentries in Stargrave. I'm Alan with Bricks and Blocks Gaming. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.